The Super Bowl is finally here, and once again, another batch of Texas Longhorns are playing in the biggest game on football's biggest stage. What if I told you a crazy stat that you would not believe I think is going to get broken on Super Sunday? Let's talk about it next. Hey everybody, Brian Davis covering the Longhorns for A to Z Sports. And look, all season long, we've seen Xavier and the Chiefs just rumble their way through the AFC, and finally, they're going to get it on against the Philadelphia Eagles and the Fighting Jalen Hurtses from the city of brotherly shove. Look, I'm going to go and say that, well, I'm going to make you wait before I tell you who I'm going to pick for the Super Bowl. But let's talk about Texas's impact in this game, because believe it or not, the Longhorns as a program have been all over the Super Bowl. This is going to be the 19th time in the last 20 years that a Texas Longhorn has participated in the big game. That's kind of crazy when you think about it, but you go back and you look at all the different years here just recently. You got Alex Okafor, you had Big Malcolm Brown, you had Little Malcolm Brown, Earl Thomas, Leonard Davis, Aaron Ross. We can just keep going all the way back in the days where you had the first Longhorn was John Elliott for the Jets in 1969. That's kind of crazy to me. But here's the crazy stat I was telling you about. It is mind-boggling to me that for all of the Longhorns that have played in this game, a Texas Longhorn has never scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Yes, that is correct. Think about that. Of all the great players that have been in the game, not a single one has ever scored a touchdown. I think that changes Sunday. I think we see X marking the spot in the end zone for a score, and a historic one, at least from Texas's point of view. Of course, there are prop bets on this. Which Longhorn is going to score? Xavier is plus 150 at odds. A lot of odds makers think X is going to get a score. But remember, you got two other players in this game. Charles Omenihu playing defense for the Chiefs. He's plus 9,000, right? Okay, I don't know if he's going to get a fumble return or a pick six. But then on the Eagles side, Moro Ojomo, he's plus 9,500. I don't see a defensive lineman having a big play like that. I think the odds of that are very rare. I think if you put money on that, you're probably crazy, or you're wickedly smart, depending on how it turns out. But nonetheless, those are three Longhorns that have the chance to score the very first touchdown, at least from a Texas X standpoint, in the Super Bowl. I think all three have had a fantastic year. All three are fantastic people when they were with the Horns. Especially Moro wrote about him earlier. You could read about him and his family's life. His dad builds churches. Now he lives in Houston. Built a phenomenal church in Houston. Omenihu is someone who has literally built himself up from scratch. A lot of people didn't expect him to hit it big until he finally did. And X has just been a crazy speedster his whole life. Ran all over defenses in the Big 12, and now he's running all over Arrowhead Stadium. I think he's going to run loose in the Super Bowl as well. Pat Mahomes, get your guns up, Red Raiders. I think he gets another victory for the Chiefs on Sunday. As much as I want to, sing about Philadelphia as a Cowboys person, no way on God's green earth am I picking the Eagles, Eagles. No way, no how. Give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs comfortably. Andy Reid goes off into the end of the year. Him and Patrick Mahomes, another fantastic year. Xavier gets a touchdown, and we all love the commercials. There you go. That's my Super Bowl pick, and that's all the time we got. I'm Brian Davis. Remember, A2Zsports.com/Longhorns. Got lots of good stuff coming up here as we inch closer to spring football. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. A2Zsports.com/Longhorns. I'm Brian. We'll catch you next time.